Now, of course, we've all spoken about the volatility in the crypto space because of the listing of the crypto bill for the winter session. A lot of doubts still remain about what this means for the future of crypto in India, and more importantly, what this means for investors in the crypto market. To talk about all of this, one from an exchange perspective and also from the Crypto Council perspective, I have with me Ashish Singhal. He's the founder and CEO of CoinSwitch, which is an exchange, and he's also the co-chair of the Blockchain and Crypto Assets Council. Ashish, thank you for taking our time and doing this for us. I want to first begin because you've had these meetings with the government over the last few weeks. You're also part of, the Blockchain and the Crypto Assets Council. What has been your broader understanding of discussions that have happened over the past few weeks?
Sure. So the industry has been very actively communicating with all stakeholders, keeping investor protection at the forefront. Our discussion over the last few weeks indicates there is a broader agreement in ensuring customers are protected, financial stability is reinforced, and India is able to take advantage of the crypto technology revolution, right? Having said that, we accept that there are some flaws in the system, which together working with the government, we can form more progressive regulation, which can actually take crypto from where it is today to be a dominant force, and India can come out to be a leading player in the crypto dominance itself, right? So separating out the currency use case and focusing more on the asset class use case of cryptocurrency is what we have been suggesting to the government, and I think they understand that as a currency, it may have a lot of flaws, but as a new technology, it could be the new internet itself, and India should not miss out on it. So our outlook is positive. The details of the bill are yet to be seen. So we would, once those are out, we would actually know what the bill entails and, how it would impact the crypto industry in India.
Ashish, I also want to understand, I mean, the biggest concern was that there has been panic selling, post the listing of the bill. One, has that stabilized? And two, what would your advice be to investors currently?
Sure. So that has stabilized now. I think there was a lot of panic sell the night the bill was introduced, or the bill was listed to be heard in the parliamentary committee. But as of now, I will urge all crypto asset investors in the country to remain calm, do their own research before arriving at a rushed conclusion. Investors should wait for a government statement on this matter and not really rely on secondary sources for information, right? And once we have more details of the bill, then take a judicious call whether they want to sell it, buy it, or hold it.
Right. Ashish, what I want to understand is what the concerns of the government are. Now, the government has been concerned about misleading ads with the crypto exchanges. The RBI governor has gone on to say that numbers are also being inflated and exaggerated. What is the thinking within the exchanges about that?
I think as an exchanges, what we want to do is clarify these details very thoroughly. The numbers that you talk about hasn't been put out by the crypto community itself, right? Is put out by some external news agency, which has been disproved by the crypto industry itself. We together believe that there are about 1.5 crore users in India who are holding crypto at this point, right? Regarding the ads, obviously this industry is not regulated and growing at a much faster pace than anyone expected. In this kind of environment, a certain set of rules, self-regulations that we already follow, which are provided by BACC, but we as an industry need to take further action and impose those rules on all the members. I think those are the next steps that we would be taking, and ensuring more useful ads, more guiding ads for the user, giving information about the risk associated with cryptocurrencies, how the mutual fund industry has done, right? So I think those are the next steps that we as an industry need to take now.
Okay, the reason I was asking you this, Ashish, was because, as you rightly pointed out, that this is a high-risk market. The question is that are people getting into the market without understanding the high risk it involves? So is it then that thus becoming misleading?
Absolutely, right? So because of the high returns since the last 1.5 years, although a lot of youngsters do understand that this is a technology shift, they are the internet first generation, they are now learning as the evolution of this technology is happening, and many are investing because they understand what it can bring for their future. But some of them do invest in it as a FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And greed drives some of their decisions as well. So I think we need to be careful in what is the message that we put out, what are the kind of information that we put out, helping even these users understand the risk associated with crypto, and only try to put their risk capital into cryptocurrency rather than putting huge sums which they could also lose, right? So I think the burden lies on the industry and the regulators together to be able to form those regulations, guidelines which every player in the industry should follow and adhere to.
Okay, I want to talk about the broader blockchain technology as well. Do you think, as we talk about regulations, can India use this as an opportunity phase to become a net exporter of technology?
Absolutely, right? And I am a big believer of that. Today, any business forming in India dependent on Amazon, Facebook, Google for distribution, hosting, etc. Right? And more revenue, actually over $10 billion goes out from the country every single year, which is expected to grow to about 20 to $25 billion in the next 4 years. Crypto provide us a new way to build these technologies, build these infrastructures within India itself. Building those, would India become a net exporter of technology? Definitely, the answer is yes, if the technology grows the way it is growing today. So the idea is that, can India produce these companies which tomorrow the West would use as the base when they are forming companies? Can we be the can we produce infrastructure companies from India? India has always produced services companies. Now India is at a phase where India is producing product companies. And I believe in the next 5 years, India would produce a lot of infrastructure companies as well, on which the next internet, Web 3.0, would be based in itself.
Okay. Lastly, Ashish, I want to quickly go back as far as your understanding of what the description of the bill said. It said that all private cryptos will be banned, but we still don't have a clear definition of what defines a private crypto. So then, because you've had these meetings with the government, could you help us with what are the possible scenarios that we could see?
So I think right now it would be speculative if for me to say what could happen. And obviously these discussions are a bit privileged, so I cannot reveal a lot about the discussions. But what I can say is that government do understand the need for public or private currencies, as they call it. They understand that being part of the infrastructures which is happening globally is also very essential. And it's also essential that we release currencies like CBDC to make money actually digital. But they also understand that these public infrastructures are also important, because that would become the future of the internet itself, right? So I think it would be a balanced approach, balancing the public and the private sector and combining them together to create an environment which is more forthcoming, which is more progressive, and pave the path for innovation for the next 5 years for Indians.
Okay. Ashish, appreciate you taking our time and joining us here.
Thanks, Redima, for